Good morning, beautiful people. Your girl Nisha Michelle is back with another video. I'm on my way to work. For those of you that do not know, my name is Nisha Michelle. I come share my life experiences, my life lessons, and wisdom. Each one teach one. I should have spit this bubble gum out. Let me do it. So, I don't know where this quote comes from, but I don't know if it was Jim Rowe or one of those, Zig Ziglar. But they had said, work on yourself harder than you work on your job. Work on yourself harder than you work on a job, because that is where your value is going to come in at. And that is where your wealth comes in at. Okay? Yeah. Blew me away. You go to school for all these years, and I see people that have went to college, got all these degrees, and are bitter. And I wouldn't want to trade places with them. But I would want their degrees. Because it take a lot. So you mean to tell me you stayed committed to some formal education, which you need some. It's good. It builds a little foundation right there. But you're going to always need to self-educate yourself. You're going to always need to self-development. You're going to always need to do self-reflection and self-care. Ooh. Now, like, why you did that? That thing changed quick on me. I don't see no police. You're going to always want to work harder on yourself than anything else, because you mean to tell me that you stay committed for all them years to formal education and you just quit on yourself? You just quit on yourself? You just gave up on relationship? You just gave up on love? You just gave up on your health? You just gave up on your finances? You just gave up on yourself because you refuse to learn, you refuse to grow, you refuse to understand that change is constant and we will never know everything, and we're always going to be evolving, learning, changing in directions that we should be aware of. But if we are not, ain't no telling where the world will take you. It'll use you, abuse you, and throw you away. You hear me? It will. So my thing is, you work hard on yourself. And when I tell you, it's a job. It's a 24/7 job. The hard no's, learning how to say no to people and things, just to say yes to people, communities, things that's going to add value to you and move the needle forward in your life. It's challenging. It is challenging. But you know what? It's worth it. Because if you mean to tell me that you want me to work on myself more than a job, absolutely. Because something got to change. So you ever ask yourself, like, how in the world did I end up here? Why in the world did I just do that? You ever be in a situation and, like, have you ever, because I know you have, you may not want to tell nobody, don't tell me on here, but I have been in situations where I be like, Nisha, why did you do that? Why did you say that? Why did you say yes? Why you was scared to say that? Why you just ain't tell the people? You know, when you start realizing, like, oh my God, it's a problem. Like, I need to learn about conflict resolution. I need to learn about why I avoid conflict. I want to learn about what is this boundaries? What is this all about? Boundaries, you say. You mean to tell me if I said some boundaries, stress? My stress will reduce? It will go down? You mean to tell the frustration will? You mean to tell me better? I will be better at preparing? So I can be better at performing the things that I need to get done within the time that I have and made for myself if I learn about these boundaries and conflict resolution and how to say no and not neglect my health because it's my responsibility to control what goes into this mouth, what I drink and eat, to know what it's doing to me, to know that this is my only vehicle that I have to operate in this world. This one, not the one I'm driving. The one I'm driving switches. These change. But this one, this don't change unless you change. This don't change unless you change. And then, you pick your battle. Do you want to go with the battle that allows you to show up for yourself, for the people around you? If you're a parent, for your kids and the people around you, for you, rather than just blaming the economy, blaming your parents, blaming the people around you, blaming your job, just blaming. If I was this color, if them people didn't say this, if they would have supported me, if was a fifth, we'll all be toe up in here. You know what I mean? If was a fifth. But that's what I wanted to come on here and talk about. If you young, if you in your 20s, listen, work on yourself harder than you work on a job. Figure out the life you want to live. Pour into your finances, your relationships, your self-care, and your health. Do the hard work. Behind the closed doors, the one that nobody don't see, only you and God know. Okay, only you and God know this now. Yeah, you think you don't know He watch you? God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. It's always moving. It's never still. But you, dear, you should be still. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, be still and know that I am God. So sometimes you got to get out of your own way and build your relationship with God. That's gonna make you wealthy too. You're going to be wealthy. The wealthiest man is not the richest. It's the one that has a relationship with God. Because God says man should not eat with just bread alone, but by every word that comes out of the breath of God. You got to build a relationship with God so He can send you downloads so you can know what to do while you're down here. Because we going to borrow time. Yeah, we ain't going to be here forever. Now, my daughter said the other day, Mom, why we got to die? Why people can't just live forever? Shoot, what would the world be like? I don't even want to think about that. Death is a part of life. And I just want them to know that. Don't stop living because I'm gone one day. Or somebody you love or like gone one day. Or keep living. With the love that I shared with you in your heart so you can share it with you and everybody else. But y'all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. I have made it to my destination. And listen, work on yourself harder than you working on anything else. I promise you, it's going to be worth it. As I tell y'all that, I tell myself that too.